Hello and welcome to Whiskey with Rye, where every week we talk about the distillery, the mash bill, and the nose and taste three different ways whiskey on the rocks, straight, and with water. This week we're with Maker's 46. So we've talked about Maker's Mark before, so I'm not going to go too much in depth about the distillery again. But if you do have a chance to visit it, it is definitely worth it. So this is the same mash bill as regular Maker's Mark. So it's 70% corn, 16% rye, 14% barley. But they take regular Maker's Mark and just go a little bit further with it. So they do age it a little longer, and they actually have a cave for Maker's 46. And then they also add new 10 French oak staves. And that's where the 46 comes from. It was the 46 was the profile number of that flavor that they're getting from the French oak staves. This is signed by Bill Samuels Jr., who's the creator of it, and also the son, Bill and Margie Samuels, who started Maker's Mark. It was really kind of the first variation that made it to market. They are now also doing the cask strength as well as the custom wood finish on Makers and variation thereof of Makers 46. And hopefully we'll be able to get into those a little bit in the future. But until then, let's jump into Makers 46. Also, just a reminder, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, as hopefully we'll have some new and exciting things coming down the line. Maybe soon. So, we'll go with our standard and water pour. Now, I will fully admit it's been a little bit since I've jumped into Makers 46, so I am looking forward to that. Of course, our rocks pour. Yeah, that's still good. That's still really good. It even just smells good. So if it smells good on my hands, it should smell good in the glass. And it does. So for those of you playing at home, I'm getting a sweet cherry, followed by the oak immediately. Maybe a little bit of chocolate right at the end. Back it off just a little bit. Yeah, a lot of cherry on that one. So let's see if that carries over to the taste. So on the back end, there is that strong chocolate flavor, which normally I get at the beginning. But the first impression was really oak, the French oak, making their presence known. With some sweetness that morphed into that rich chocolate. It's almost like a tobacco note, like a dry tobacco, not like cigarettes, like a dry cigar tobacco. A little bit of the cherry. But as I go back for sips, the nose and the glass really comes through with like caramel butterscotch. And I forgot to mention, but this comes in at 94 proof. And it goes into the barrel at 110. Yeah, that herbal tobacco note kind of keeps punching through to me. So now, as always, we're going to add some water. Just a couple drops, as this is already pour proof, so just needs to go down a little bit. So the water kind of just made the cherry disappear. Really just getting the wood that now. With the water, the sweetness has disappeared. There's a lot more oak forward. And it's not a char. I don't want. It's definitely not a char. It's the impact of the oak staves that they put in the whiskey to finish it. And there's that herbal note again. So still enjoyable. It just took away the sweetness, which is a little surprising. Now I forgot to do this when I did the water, but as always, my handy dandy Yeti. Pop. We'll pop 2 in there just to catch up a little bit. The dog doesn't want one. He's pouting at me because he's in a cone. But all right, that really brought out the cherry. Holy cow! A really sweet cherry. That's really all I'm getting. Cheers. Barrel spice shows up now with a little bit of the char. And it does go more caramel. Has a caramel front that disappears into the barrel. So I would say straight, the nose of it on the rocks, nose and taste with water, and then the taste in that order is how I enjoy it. Yeah. So that was Makers 46. Thank you again for joining. We will be back next week with Vicky Harmony. And please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe as we try and grow and do new things. So until next week, bye for now.